M0FXB. So here we are with the ANYTONE 868. We've got the latest code plugin, which is 1.40, and it's the 11th of the 5th, 2021. So I just thought I'd have a little look at it. You can see it in the background there. I'll just turn it up. So hopefully give it a quick key on the A band. We should hear something when they speak. So I thought it'd be interesting to go through and show you how I do my code plugs, because I do only use a few talk groups and I use All-Star a lot, so that's what my code plug reflects. So I'll just go into that and I'll show you what I've got. So if we go to zones, obviously when you download a code plug from somewhere like Moonraker, you've got all these talk groups, and within all these talk groups you've got, you know, several channels. And well, within all these zones you've got several channels. So a zone contains all your channels. So you select the zone by going up and down on these buttons here, and then you turn the top middle knob to change channel within each zone. So they've got some default stuff here for hotspot, but I always end up adding my own, and a lot of this stuff will be quite useful as you're going up and down the country. But as I'm in the southwest UK, so I create my own zones. So the 4 or 5 zones that I've created are, I've got my Pi-Star Jumbo Hotspot, and I tend to put in that, if I double click it, Talk Group 9. The reason I put Talk Group 9 is because you can then use manual dial to connect to a talk group. So by just pushing the button underneath the PTT, then the hash, type in where you want to go, say it was 91, then you key the mic, and 868 will stay on there, but at the end of activity, it will, after 30 minutes, it will revert back to the channel it was on before. Okay. So oh, you can see it come into life there. So I've got 91A in there. Now that's my APRS channel. I haven't been able to test it yet because I haven't got an APRS lock. But you know, this ANYTONE 868 is the GPS model, and I've just for now I've put in 2353, which is where 20UKH does a lot of his chats, and then I've got 2350 and Talk Group 91, which is very busy. And I suppose you could add Talk Group 4000 on there as well for disconnect, or you can manually dial it. And if I just show you how I would do that, just give you an idea of how I create a channel. I'll go to channel, I'll scroll down to the bottom of the channel list, like so. Then I would just double click underneath the last channel. No, actually in this case I'll copy and paste. So I'll go to, say, Talk Group 9, which is on the same hotspot with the same frequency. Go copy, go to the bottom one, paste, double click that, and then I would call the talk group TG4000, and then you have to select your contact number or it won't work. And then you go down to the to the 4 section, the 4000 section, which is, it's all in order. It's you know, you've got to look a little bit, but it's all there. So we're getting lower to the 4s, and then 4000. There it is, disconnect. Okay, and that's on there, same frequency as that hotspot. Click OK, and then to add it to your zone. So you've got these channels that you put into the zone of your choice. Got lots of zones, but this is going into Pi-Star, and so I would just, it's always the bottom one. Select it and send it across. Click OK, and then I save, and then eventually I'll, not now, but I'll write it to the radio. And right, okay, so I go back to showing you my zones, and then I'll just show you the radio a little bit. So I've got another zone here for APRS, so I've set up the channel for APRS, so it's in the zone, only one channel at the moment because it's the analog channel. So if I go to channels and just click, find that channel, there it is there, APRS 144800. And now it's analog, so forget all the digital stuff. So look, that's in there, and I've put APRS report on, and the idea is to match it up to APRS report channel 2. So then I'll show you what I mean by that. So you double click digital information, APRS channel 2, call it report channel, and then you've got to just select it. So where is it? Why can't I find it? Report, maybe it's only, it's possible that you only do that on a digital channel. So on channel, so that's, yeah, it looks like it is. So on report channel 1, I've put talk group 91. So let's have a look. Got all these channels. Look for TG91 by one in my hotspot. So dual band 91, that's a different hotspot. TG91 is the TG91A, that's the one I chose. So if you click OK on that, call type, I think it is a private call when you do APRS. APRS talk group 1. And then can we do our location now? No. So the location part, transmit power, I think it would be, if it's on a digital, I'll put it on middle. Fixed location beacon, I'm not sure about turning that on because it might just start beaconing, mightn't it? Now the manual TX intervals, I think it's better to leave that on 0 for now. So let's just leave that okay. I mean, it won't even let me go further than that because I haven't got a GPS lock. So, but I'm just showing you it anyway, how I would do that. So go back to zones. APRS, yeah, that's the digital one. This is my APRS digital. So actually that top one isn't one of them, so I just remove that like so. Right, so I've only created 2 channels. And again, you can match these up with the report. So if the report channel is number 1, then this and in the channel you've said it's number 1. It has to say number 1. If it's here number 2, you have to say it's number 2. You have to tell it. You have to match the 2 up with this window. I'll just say it one more time. Let it come on. So if number 2, let's say if I find Openspot here, Openspot. See if I can find it. No. There it is then. Openspot here, TG, and I've done 91A. So if I collect that, then the reporting channel on that channel for APRS has to be on number 2. So let's go and find it. So go to channel. Go to where you created the channel, OP91. You want the A, because I put the A there just for identification. And there you go, double click, it's on talk group 91, and then what we want to do is make sure the reporting channel is on and put that, see this here, this little number, number 2, click OK, and that should match it up so that when you transmit, when you've got GPS signal, you'll show up on APRS FI via the, I would use the Brandmeister system. So just show you my last few zones. I've got a DV mega zone here, which is basically my dual band hat. So I'll just show you the channels, what one of them looks like, dual band hat. So because it's dual band, the frequencies are different and the receive and transmit are different than what's on Pi-Star. Now they have to be backwards. So on Pi-Star, if it's transmit 434, 450, then you have to do the opposite on your hotspot. And I'll just show you my hotspot running there because I know I'm getting some activity. So there's my hotspot Pi-Star, but it's on at the moment it's on simplex, and I can show you the configuration. The password is Pi-star and then Raspberry. Sign in, and there's my configuration. So it's simplex, MMDVM hat, jumbo spot, DMR slider across, OLED screen, Devotee, and then G4 KLX, which always seems to be there. Pi-Star, and I could put in there DMR if I wanted. My core, my DMR number, the frequency of my jumbo spot, which has to match the Pi-Star on my hotspot. So if you look at my hotspot, 431550, and if we minimize that, 431550, they have to match. There's your location. Now the hat, if it's an MMDVM hat on a Pi 3 or a Pi 0, just the usual jumbo spot, this is the hat you have to select. STM, DVM, MMDVM, HS, Raspberry Pi hat. Okay, and then the rest I didn't really touch, but I always select Brandmeister 2341, and don't forget your password here has to match up your password in Brandmeister Self-Care. So you can create an account with Brandmeister Self-Care. Let's see if I should have had it on my favorites, shouldn't I? There it is. Okay, so that's what it looks like. You create an account, you log in, yeah, like so, and then down here, right here, you put a password, you click save, and then the two have to match up, or no one will hear you. And I think the rest is fine, and the Wi-Fi stuff you do at the bottom. And then to watch the activity, you just go to dashboard, and if I key the mic, there you are. I'm showing up because I'm keying the mic. No one's talking at the moment. Now, although it has got GPS here, I don't think I'll show up because I haven't had a lock the whole morning. So look for a recent date. Can't see anything recent. Now I could select here in the last 15 minutes and just put my call sign and just see what it says. Yeah, see, these are quite old, and if that top one is my D-Star radio. I reckon. But yeah, once you get a lock, I'll do a test on that. So anyway, back to the Codeplug. Go back to the zones I've got, or groups of channels. So I've got a zone here for All Star. So I've got a couple of channels here on All Star. Actually, I've created a third one. I wonder if I can add it on now. Yeah, All Star 3. I'll send that across. So I've got 3 nodes here. Click OK, and eventually I need to send this to the radio. So now if I show you that on my here, I'll hold down P2. I'll just go on single receive. So that's right. That's talk group 91. But I want to push P1. Actually, let's get it right. P2 to go to B band. Now this is my all-star node. Let's see if we can get a contact. So let's have a look now. No one talking here. So I just want to make sure you can all see the radio. Yeah, it looks like you can. So that's good. So I'm just going to give a call out, do a test, and then we'll end the video. M0FXB calling for a contact on HubNet. So there you go. You can hear HubNet going off.
M0FXB of GW8LGX mobile.
There you go.
Very good morning to you. It's still morning. My name is Steve and I'm in Swansea. Back to you.
Yeah, morning, Steve. Good to catch you. Sounding nice and clear. I'm using a ANYTONE 868, and I'm in Weston-super-Mare. Back to you.
Yeah, fine there. Okay, sorry, I'm just looking for somewhere to park. The local Sainsbury's here. I'll dash off to the cash machine before well, it looks like some heavy rain on the way. Some big showers coming out of North Devon across the Bristol Channel. You're probably coupling them all down there as well. But there we go. Yeah, just for the record, I'm using, start off on Bluetooth in the car to mobile phone to my All-Star node at home. You've got a very slight noise on your transmission. I think I heard you playing about with it earlier. It's I don't know what it is. It's like buck converter type noise, something like that. I'm guessing. But can hear you okay. It's just there from GW8LGX mobile.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, I am a bit close again to the node. If I get too close, and yeah, I know what you mean by buck converter noise. I did increase the earthing, and it did improve it between the Pi and the buck converter. The node I'm on is a homemade one. Peter's one is just outside the room, and so it's a bit hit or miss. You know, sometimes it will completely vanish. I'm just sort of playing around here. I've just got a Codeplug for this 868. I'm just tweaking it to how I like it and making a video on how I like to use my Codeplug. So I gave a call out to, and you're sounding good and interested with your setup with the Bluetooth and your node. I've actually got a node that I made and I chucked it under the seat of my car, and I use that whenever I go out mobile with a Bofeng UV5R. Back to you.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, well, I do that sometimes. I've got a couple of nodes, courtesy of Peter, and I do stick one of them in the boot of the car. Not so often in the boot of the car, but I'll use it when I'm on a campsite from the motorhome. Just put it to an external aerial, and it gives me coverage all around whatever campsite I'm on. Which don't transmit much. I do a lot more listening than I do transmitting. It's quite good. Doesn't always. I don't always leave it on a hub net. It wanders about all over the place to different All-Star and Echolink connections. I can Echolink into the home node as well. The one that I call the home node, the node number 1, which stays in the house. I can Echolink into that. I can link node number 2 into it and control it by phone and everything. It's quite sophisticated, or it's quite clever what you can do. And I think back to when I used to just have an Echolink node at home. The All-Star one is all singing, all dancing in comparison. Anyway, look, I'm waffling. I need to go to the cash machine and get some milk as well before this rain starts.
That's working well, isn't it?
As I say, the clouds coming out of North Devon are looking a bit threatening. From GW8 ALGX Mobile.
GW8. Very bad at remembering call signs. Yeah, well, thank you. And yeah, I name my nodes 1, 2, and 3, and I have set one up to have Echolink, and so it's all great fun. And yeah, you go all over the place. No need to just stay on one channel. I'm going to go off to talk group 91 and do a test now, and then I'll test something on Openspot, and that will be the end. So you take care. Thanks for coming back to me, and talk soon. M0FXB 73. All the best. So we'll see if we can do something on talk group 91 now.
Yeah, cheers, Andreas. The beauty of connecting via the mobile phone is that it's duplex, so I can hear if I'm doubling and if noises come up on the channel. Anyway, I'll see you around. Catch you another time. Maybe make it Symbiolex one day. I think I should be able to make Western from home. Anyway, I'll see you around. GW8 ALGX Mobile clear. Ta-da.
Leave always about a 4-second gap. Cheers, 73. Right, so what we're going to do, we're going to go to the B band.
59, we 17:53 hours now, and we've had a good hot day today, 35 degrees. Humidity quite high at about 75%. And yeah, I haven't been on the DMR very long, but
you can see that's working really well. And I did download a CSV file from, I actually got it from radio.net. So let's put that in, let's just put it in do.net. And I found it as a very good one. So it's here. Click OK. Now let's just open it fully. I've got all this selling stuff in front of me. Now where's it all gone? Right, well it's not showing me it, but there's a section called dump. Something like radio dump or something like that. Which is not showing, so I put DUMP. Well, look it up, yeah? It's definitely under the word dump. Then at the bottom here on the left, it has the word user CSV. And I downloaded that, and give me a message and I'll send you one. And it's really good with all the all the information coming in on DMR. Right, so next we're going to go to, if you go back to what my, let's go back to my Codeplug. Let's have a look now. Too much going on here. Move that over there. Right, go to the Openspot 3. We've got some activity here. Now, I'm not really sure because I haven't even tested it yet. But on my Codeplug, I have created another talk group called Openspot. So here it is here. I've only got a few channels, and one of them is 2350, I think. And I've done 9 because the 9 is always very useful. I haven't done disconnect, but on the Openspot, you just move around. I will add disconnect anyway. So to add disconnect, I will just go to channel. I'll copy and paste the last disconnect that I made. Copy, paste, and then all I'll do is double click it, put the frequency of my Openspot, which is 433.900. Okay, and then I'll change the number to OP4000 for Openspot. Disconnect's already selected, everything else is good. Click OK, and then I'll just put that channel into my zone. And then when I send it all across in a minute, it will have the disconnect option. So click OK. So anyway, so we've got our Openspot. So let's now select in our Codeplug by going menu, and we go to go to zone, and then we need to find Openspot because it is already in there, the Openspot. Select that zone, and then with a bit of luck.
Thank you for
Now this
info
this station. So it is working. So this station is coming through via my Openspot on a different frequency.
Italy Zulu 5, Whiskey Sierra Radio. 73.
You see that? Now the really funky thing about it is, if I turn it down, I like to turn it to number 9, yeah, which is on. If I turn it down a sec, and if I go quick setup, we're on a DMR radio, but this time instead of choosing DMR, let's choose reflector 30. So we'll go like so. Reflector 30. This is D star. So we're now cross-moding, and I think it's C again. Now I'll turn it up. You can hear it on one thing. Now when I click connect, we're going to go to D star reflector 30.
030 Charlie
And how?
Good net there, run by W10I. Ted is a good guy and runs.
I mean, how cool is that? And you even get all the information on the radio.
All over the place, and it's a good net there. So jump on here, come 8 o'clock on 69 Charlie, and you have a good time there. TV1 Sarah.
And so I can chat with someone on D-Star. Or I could tell the Openspot to take me to C4FM America Link, Fusion.
Oh, very good. Yeah, I was just on last night, and that was a group out of South Carolina. In fact, one of the guys from that group has moved up to New Hampshire recently. I say recently.
And this is what I love about, you just have one cheap budget digital radio, and that's what the ANYTONE 868 is. And something, an Openspot isn't cheap, but if you have one digital radio and an Openspot 3, you've effectively got all modes. So you don't have to buy a D-Star and a Fusion radio. And I just think that's excellent. If they ever manage to put FM analog in there as well, links, that'll be even better. I'm sure there's loads of cross-linking going on. So yeah, so just in summary, this is my ANYTONE 868 setup. This is how I use my hotspots. I haven't tested the DV Mega, but again, there's a whole another way of connecting. The 868 is fantastic value. If you buy them second-hand, they're selling easily £100 or under now, and look what you get, and they have GPS. So 7.3. If you enjoy my my channel and information and my learning, because I am learning really in front of you, please subscribe. It does mean a lot because it means I'm getting sort of feedback that you are enjoying it. So 7.3, all the best.